right, this is day three. Before we continue, I have to check stream to see if it's working perfectly. Please bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. It's taking a bit of time to load up here, so not sure why. Yes, I see. I just remember there's something running in the background. Give me a minute to go pause that. I have to pause everything because my this is just fighting for a ton of resources, so I have to pause that. Come and give me a sec. A minute. No, damn it. It's oh god. I'm sorry, we have to pause, but please give me a minute. You have to bear with me. I have to put out this fire in a bit. Like the whole idea, I want to my my plan was to stream for 30 minutes, and this might extend way beyond 30 minutes. If not, I don't know. Um, I'm playing music for you guys, so what I can undo that. Right, we're I'm back, I'm back. So, so far, I just want to like explain how much progress we've made. Give me a sec, let me charge this. First, I want to explain how much progress we've made so far. The whole idea of this challenge is to improve my communication skills, which I believe is really lacking right now. And I know and I'm quite aware that this is going to take a lot more time that I'm budgeting for. So the idea is within 90 days, I want to improve my communication skills to an extent. So day one, I was just like going all around trying to plan how exactly I would approach this, trying to identify where my bottleneck is, what my constraint is, and I've come to a conclusion, right? Um, the idea was that I'm not able to construct sentences fast enough, and my mouth is speaking faster than my brain. Now, one thing I did over the night, which was like yesterday, day 12, day 2 slash day 3, I began to look at, what exactly should I do? How exactly should I approach with this? And it was quite a lot. I mean, I'm using ChatGPT to just help me identify where exactly I'm lacking. And the conclusion so far has just been, bro, your problem is not your vocab. I mean, your vocab can be limited to an extent, but there are people who have limited vocab and they can speak way better than you currently are doing right now. So the idea is I haven't practiced well enough speaking in real time. So one thing I got from there was that I usually, just the way I'm speaking right now, I usually break my sentences and I try to form them as the thought comes, which is what most people do anyways. But good speakers or great speakers usually have patterns. So they don't try to reinvent a way to speak. They don't try to reinvent their way of speaking. They just speak the way they know how to. And that is simply because they already have the patterns, down already through practice. And that's exactly what I want to try to explore today. I'm not going to take time, bro. But so it's a lot, to be honest. I'm looking at this pattern and it's quite a lot. So the first angle is like expressing opinions. Expressing opinions. I think this is not going to help me, to be honest. It's going to help me in practice, in retro. And I think the highest leverage thing I can do now is just speaking. I'm just trying to speak because I think doing this, when I was looking at the work that is required, doing this is counterproductive. And I think if I want to be a better speaker, I need to judge my speaking. Because right now I have no reference. I don't know exactly what to do. Everything I'm just like coming up with is from my experience, the way I experience speaking, the way I experience like just communication in general. And I'm overthinking it. I'm trying to break things down. I'm trying to, okay, this word should come here. Okay, am I saying it correctly? And all that until in real time, just like the way you are saying, in real time, it comes out as a huge mess, right? And the idea is I want to be able to make it as smooth as possible. And if I should do what I want to do right now, we're not going to make progress. And the idea I had is I am going to speak for on the topic and I'm going to judge it, right? So I did that yesterday and I was about to digress today. So um I guess I should go back. So that's me like contradicting myself, like because I had something planned for today, and I just realized that it is probably just, mental gooning, and I probably shouldn't do that. I should just put myself in the ring. I put myself in the ring and actually just throw punches at this, because a lot of things can hold me back at first. Like day one, for instance, I said like, okay, it is more or less like the mechanical side of things where I can't, enunciate properly, and that's just one angle. The other angle would be I just don't know what to say. I don't have enough patterns. So like, all right, I need to study more. And if I keep on doing this within like throughout the whole 90 days, I'm not going to make enough progress. I think the best way to do this is just watch myself speak. I have to take the frame of the speaker and the frame of the listener. So the hardest thing for me right now is listening to myself speak. And I think everything is gonna come together. Just bear with me. So if I have all these like fundamentals dialed in, like understanding what phrases I should use in every kind of condition I find myself in, right? And I watch myself speak, I can actively catch myself making those mistakes, right? Without that feedback, I'm not sure I'm going to make any progress, if you get what I mean. I think one useful thing is like watching these um live streams back. That's something I've not done properly. So I will not like increase the views of my video. I mean, if I watch it 100 times, it's not really bad. So probably after today's live stream, I'm going to go back. I'm just going to rewatch everything I've said in this video. So um I think something that comes to mind, I just maybe let me just come up with a topic like a YouTube idea and say something. Just say something about the idea, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna talk about whatever comes to mind. So that I'll watch it later. Another angle would be maybe I'll record a video, which I already planned before. I'll record a video, then react to my own video. I think that would be better because, bro, I don't know where we're going at this point. This is just dictating work, but still, a lot needs to happen. So let me come up with an idea. So I had an idea later today, and it is called "You Don't Have to Be." You don't have to always be depressed. And the idea came as I was just thinking of myself because vast majority of these, my emotions are usually very down. I don't know what the issue is. I think to myself, am I depressed? Am I down? What exactly is wrong with me? My emotions are not like usually high unless I do certain activities that I enjoy. But for the vast majority of the days, the day to day has always been I'm feeling down, I'm feeling hopeless, and it kind of holds me back because I begin to overthink my life. I begin to take myself a bit too seriously than I should. This is not to say you shouldn't take yourself seriously, but I begin to take myself a bit too seriously, and it kind of put me in this state of anxiety, fear, sadness, and I don't like that. So the idea came from, okay, you don't actually have to be depressed all the time, right? You just see it as a normal thing. You are taking your life a bit seriously and you want your life to be better, and your body is like physically reacting to your emotions, is reacting to the state of your mind, which is kind of very powerful because you can decide to think positive and your body will literally react to it and help you take actions towards your goals. Because I feel like I'm holding myself back a lot. As anyone who is super aware of themselves, such as I, we know that we are aware of our limitations. We know the things that are holding us back, but the things that keeps us from making progress are our emotions. We're not able to conquer our emotions well enough to take the actions that we want to take consistently enough to break through our limits. And I think that's an issue. And that's why I have to like tell myself the message. You don't have to be depressed. It is a choice. Depression, sadness, anxiety is a choice. Unless it is not a choice. Like unless it's not a choice, it is a choice for the most part. Because if your day to day is like that and you can't really pinpoint where exactly is causing this emotion to flare up all the time, you have to treat it like a disease. You have to treat it like a disease and find a way to purge it. And the way to do that is just to be in a positive state of mind. And it is easier said than done because I'm actually living it and I feel like it is a difficult thing to do. But then when I think about it, you don't have to be depressed. You don't have to be sad. You don't have to feel anxious. You are okay. You are fine. Just take things step by step. Later this evening, I was in the gym, and after many months of not being in the gym, I felt like I was weak and I couldn't lift the weight I used to. But I began to think to myself, all I had to do just, was just to become consistent, go 3, 4, 5 times a week, be consistent on my goals, and gradually, I would get there. For instance, this live stream, I'm going to be doing this for quite some time. I said I'm going to do it for 90 days. I'm going to do it every single day. And something I've come to love is the feeling of making progress. I think that's usually where this sadness, anxiety, and that's angle of depression comes from. It isn't because I'm just looking at my life and I feel like I'm a loser and I suck and all of that, but I feel like I'm not making enough progress. And I began to diagnose my problem. I know I felt like I'm not making enough progress. And looking at that, and some of the things I've done in my life where all I had to do was just show up every day, show up every day, show up every day. I was happy making progress. And if you are feeling anxious, you are feeling all those emotions inside of you, you can just think to yourself, okay, if I'm feeling this, all I have to do to make myself happy is to make progress somewhere. So maybe it's just like lifting weights, maybe it's just speaking to someone new, maybe it's just like doing something you're scared of, reaching out to someone you feel like is going to push you further in life, or whatever angle it is, it doesn't matter. Go to church, go on a marathon, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is, it's just finding yourself and controlling your state of mind, because that is really, really powerful. And that's something I'm trying to practice right now, just trying to make progress. This live stream, like, going to be consistent, is going to make me happy. I had something I did today, which is like my daily Duolingo stuff. I did it for a couple of minutes and I feel good. And that itself accumulates. Happiness kind of accumulates from making tiny progress here, tiny progress there. And it makes you generally an happy person over time. But if you are always disappointing yourself, if you're not living in your dream life, you're gonna feel behind, you're gonna feel sad, you're gonna feel like you are not making enough progress, you're gonna feel behind. And the only way to do this is to be in a positive state of mind. And in order to be a positive, in order to be in a positive state of mind, you have to choose to be in that state. And for you to be in that state, you have to architect your day to make sure you are making progress, because progress itself will make you happy. If you're making progress, you are probably going to be happy. And usually it isn't about the results or the outcome, as they say. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. It is all about the steps you're making, it's all about the moves you're making. It's not just the end goal. And what fun is a journey if you're not enjoying the steps? What fun is it if you're not enjoying the process? What fun is a grand goal if you're not going to enjoy the steps? How did I do? I think that's literally my point. I'm done with the topic. I think this came from it because I had an angle for it and it's really good. I think maybe I'll make that my next newsletter piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to end the live stream, react to my video, and I'm going to see things I need to correct. I think that's good. I love this session. I really love how I was in the state of flow. It is really nice. Um, so one thing I've come to notice is if I'm so long as I'm in a state of flow, I don't think I have issues saying or pronouncing stringing sentences together. Kind of in a way, it is going to come together. But when I try to overthink it and I'm not trying to focus on what I'm going to say, it just comes out all over. So one thing I need to do is while I'm not in the state of flow, I need to practice and fix those minor um inconsistencies in my grammar, in my sentence structure, and all that. And while I'm speaking actively, everything are just going to be there. So the pattern sentences, the vocab, the grammar, and all that will be fixed on the back end. So on the front end, you just have to speak from your heart. Oh God. You just speak with your heart and just say whatever you want to see. It doesn't matter the way it comes out. In the back end, you do the studying and all that. So I think that's where the balance is gonna be. And for the most part, the live streams are probably gonna be this me speaking and just trying to say whatever comes to my mind and telling you guys what progress I'm making and all that. So um I think today is good. I think today I enjoyed today's session. Um thank you for I'm thanking myself for watching and I'll see myself tomorrow. Miss and the stream.